Hey guys, what's up? So, first of all, for those wondering when I will be continuing the Kingmaker, the reason I haven't uploaded Kingmaker recently is because I got a new PC, and while for most games the saves just automatically transfer via Steam, for Kingmaker either I must have switched off the option for it to go to the cloud or whatever, or the game just doesn't have that option. I don't remember turning it off, so I don't know, maybe maybe the game doesn't have that option, or maybe you have to enable it first. Either way, right now all I need to do pretty much is just take out the old card from my old PC and put it in my new one. But I'm a little clumsy in these type of things, so I haven't done it yet. I'm sorry. Okay, so today we are gonna look at some Deadfire, which I know on stream I've played a lot, but on YouTube I actually checked and I haven't really uploaded that much. I've uploaded back in the day when the game came out, but I had no idea what I was doing back then. And after that, I uploaded some footage from my theory crafting for the ultimate. I think maybe I also uploaded my attempts, I'm not too sure. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, pretty much what I'm gonna be doing today is just revisiting Deadfire, revisiting the things that I have learned over the years. Because, yeah, there hasn't been a full playthrough since my first full playthrough, which, once again, I had no idea what I was doing back then, because the game just came out. So here we are. I'm gonna try to cover all the cheese, everything that's possible. Not everything I'll be doing will be ultimate viable, most notably because I want to use, like, armors and weapons and stuff like that, and in the ultimate, you can't do that because equipment will degrade. Some stuff, every now and then I will be mentioning stuff where I'll be saying you can actually do this on the ultimate, even though technically you would think you can't, but sometimes you can work around this whole thing here, and I will be mentioning it, but why not be enabling it? I will also not enable migrants just because it's a little stressful, and I will not be playing Triple Crown, so technically I could enable it. But I will not, just because I don't want to stress myself out. I also not do the fog because it doesn't really serve anything but being annoying and tedious. It's not a big deal really, but it's just annoying. I will actually enable this. This is kind of more tedium as well, but it's also more realistic. I will not enable Vela. She actually does serve a purpose. Because I'm not picking her, I have to pick a specific class. Which, if I picked Vela, I could pick any class to do the thing I'm showing. But she's also pretty annoying sometimes. So I'm not gonna pick her. And by sometimes I mean 90% of the time. I'm actually not too sure about this one, the Rudikas. I think I kind of wanna leave it enabled. Yeah. I'll leave that one. I'm not gonna go with Vals because it's just obnoxious and it doesn't serve anything but being super tedious. We could actually go with Blessings. I think I'm not gonna go with them. I'm also not gonna go with Expert Mode or any of that stuff.
An aged dwarf shares the... You can see...
Sit, please. Thank you for
A pale. She's...
your brush.
I made one of these back in the day when I was trying the ultimate, but I actually forgot to add one or two things onto it, but I think I'm still gonna use it. I also have my PoE... Oh, yeah. I also have my PoE 1 ultimate save that I used to use all the time before I created this, but it's also not on my new PC yet, apparently. Which is weird because I have it on GOG Galaxy, but maybe they don't even have cloud saves, I'm not too sure. And it wasn't really good anyway, like, I didn't go with Val and all kinds of other things because back in the day, you didn't know that that would be good for Deadfire, right? So I think in this one, pretty much everything you need is enabled except for one thing that I forgot, and that is the tower in... What's it called? Wherever you get that cruel option where you get +1 might, +5 or 10% HP. I forgot what it was, but that's... I forgot that when creating it, but everything else should be perfect for the ultimate. Even though we're not playing the ultimate, but you know, it's awesome for normal gameplay as well.
Good.
The dwarf...
Tell me, you did. You did the are they good? If when you can picture.
Race is a little bit not that big of a deal in Deadfire. I usually go for this for the looks, but it's also not that bad stats wise. But if you're always using... If I was using a priest and I was always using Bearing Death Door, then you definitely would go with something that gives you bonuses below HP threshold, like near death. Yeah, that's got like its power level. But also doesn't have the helmet. But I think since we're not tryharding, we're just gonna go with this. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that Vela would make the choice of the class a little bit easier, and that is because Vela basically works like a pet in a lot of scenarios. I will explain when I play, and I will show it off when I play, but we are kind of, for the strategy that I'm gonna be using, we are gonna have to pick Ranger as one of our two classes. I'm gonna go with no subclass here just because I don't want to have to deal with some of the penalties of the others, or what the stuff where I was gonna use a pet a little bit like Vela. It doesn't work at all with Ghost Heart, and like Arcane Archer is just not that great in general, and Stalker. Stalker isn't that big of a deal, the penalty, but the bonus also. I guess it depends if this bonus also applies if the pet is dead. Minor spoilers, our pet is gonna be dead a lot. I think I'm just gonna go with this. I am using the ball just because it's a little tankier. In a lot of scenarios we're gonna be intentionally killing our pet. But in a lot of other scenarios we might want it to survive for a little bit, and the damage difference is not that big. Like Wolf, I think, has the most damage, if I remember correctly, but the boar also has bleed on their attacks, if I remember correctly. I might not. Yeah, we can't see it here right now. And the second class is a little bit up to. You can do most of the strategies what I'm gonna be doing with almost any class, but I think Blood Mage is gonna be our best bet here. It's just a very, very strong class next to the Priest. It's hard to say which is better, but it's definitely both Priest and Blood Mage are what I would call the SS or S plus tier in Deadfire for a multi-class. Single class, of course, is very different. Single class, they are really good as well, but Monk is obviously the strongest. And for the stats, it's very similar actually to the race that you choose. In Deadfire, the stats are not that important. The stats are a little bit more important than the race, but you can go with almost any stats and will still have the same results. But Con, the way I'm gonna be playing, it's just not gonna be very useful. The same goes for Resolve. And these are kind of obvious. Perception for the accuracy, for Mage, for Blood Mage is just the stat. The same goes for Intellect. At the same time, between Might and Dex, there's a little bit of a toss-up. Technically, on paper, Dex is better, but in reality, eventually, it's gonna be kind of pointless to even have Dex in the first place, which we'll talk about when we get there. And the shield is really, really good. The battle axe is really, really good. I think I'm gonna start out with the battle axe just for the bleeding cat.
For the Everlight!